G'day. Welcome back to the spare room. Different part, but g'day. Hey Mike, hey Mark, hey Poppy. David, g'day. Stephen, hello. Craig. And Cam, good to see you. How are we all going? Pretty good, except for Cam, who's a bit sore, I imagine. But anyway, good to see you. Gosh, some of you are up early, some of you are up late. What's been happening? Not very much. I've been cleaning. You wouldn't probably tell. But this workbench over here, we've got a whole lot of dark up here, really. No lights, it's dark over here. I'm going to need to fix the light situation next. But this workbench is over by the lathe. If we move the gantry along, there's the lathe. There, bit of 30mm 01 in there. Parting it off, we run out of cutting oil. So washed out the oil containers and we've got to get some more. A few projects happening here. Chirpy's boilers down here. There's a die filing machine back in here that we don't talk about. Mostly because all my machines are much too small for it, the work that's got to be done. That pink tray under there has a screw cutting attachment, which I intend to do a bit more work on when the mill's up and running. Hey JB. Hi Duncan. You're a bit early, Poppy. We'll talk about that in a minute. Hi John. Back in there, if we have a look. Hi Paddy. Back in there's a couple of low gauge London and Chatham Railway locomotives that I started quite some time ago. Getting a bit more confident about finishing, and I had some issues with the boilers on them, and rather than make them again the third time, I've sort of sat back and had to think about it. It's really dark here. Hey Maddie. We've got a 100-watt globe in the ceiling and it seems to be a lot darker than it used to be. So I'm going to put a fluoro up. I've got permission from my landlord to put double fluoros in this room, and I think that's going to happen very, very soon, and that should make a huge difference. But it's a bit of a pain in the neck, really. It's kind of a bit creepy and dark down this end, which is why we're always up the other end when we live stream. But anyway, this workbench is sort of clean, so I thought, well, we probably should get down here and have a bit of a change. Hi, Darren. Little bench vise that's going over here on this other bench. This is a woodwork vise. It's a Carter made in Australia. It's not huge. It's about, I think it might be 6 inches. The pinch it says 6. Not convinced it is entirely 6 inches, but it might be 5.5. So that's a current project. I might make a video on that because Vice videos in the last 12 months have been increasingly popular. So if anyone can handle, I think it's a 6. It might say G, but I think it's a 6, mate. Oh, good day. Needs a coat of paint and some screws in it. That's about all that needs. The screw and everything is pretty good. The nut's still nice, so we'll sort that out. There's this machine here, which we can hardly see. Let's adjust some lights. Don't know if that's helping. That might be better. No, I think it's square, Cam. Can you see that? Yeah, I think it's a square thread. This says Australia, Carter, so I guess it might be Australian. We'll see. Been thinking about this machine, and Darren and I talked about this morning. Don't know how I'm going to set it up or what I'm going to do with it. I really don't. This, of course, is the Launch L. It might be a good idea, Craig. That's not a third launch. That's only a second one. I had intended to put it on a bench and run the belt down through the bench here. Gosh, I'm too close here. Run the belt down through here with the motor underneath. I'm not sure that's going to work because of these long legs. The belt pulley's got to be too big at the bottom. So probably it's going to have something out the back, which is a bit of a pain, but we'll have a think about that. We need more launch, yeah. This is a beautiful little lathe. I pulled this apart and cleaned it up and put it back together this weekend. It took me a little while to do it. It might have been last weekend. It doesn't seem to be a lot wrong with it. This shaft is bent and I've got to get this knob off to get that fixed, so I gave up at that point. But I don't see why this couldn't be rebuilt to be pretty jolly nice, whether you completely rebuild it and make a new headstock and everything, which is probably a bit crazy. And then you could bring it up to active atom standards and have something that's pretty nice, but I think that's overkill. So probably we'll get it going as it was. I'm not sure about this. I don't think it'll take very much to straighten, to be honest. It's only a 1/4 inch shaft. I don't think that there would be a huge... I'm going to move this camera again. Sorry, we're going to shake around. Probably. I locked this down tight and it was probably a bad move. There, we got it. That might be better. That's better. So I don't think this is bent much. It's only enough so that this collar won't come off. So I think it won't take much straightening. More of a problem with this is probably the plate underneath. And if you looked at the video, you probably saw that. Don't know what we're going to do with this, but it's here on the bench and we'll sort it out, Maddie. Be nice with a big dividing plate on it, but it's a bit of overkill. Probably it's not going to make the clock wheels or anything like that. I'm really not sure yet. I have some ideas. What else is here? Hey, g'day, Aid's Workshop. Go and check out Aid's Workshop if you haven't already. Awesome, awesome channel. Hi, Ace. This is part of the workshop you probably don't see very often. Probably safe to do this because Active Atom probably aren't in the audience. They might be, but anyway, there's a pattern up there for a steady that we've got half made, and I don't like to bring that up while they're watching. Long story. This is my Kennedy box from What's in Your Box. It is sort of full of measuring gear. You can't really see, and it's a bit tall. Some really pretty things in there. These are just from the local office supplies. These drawers here, and they're full of pretty cool stuff too. I think anyway. Measuring gear mostly. Lots of little red Starrett boxes. I should do a workshop tour because I've got a lot of stuff in here. More measuring gear there. Officeworks, Craig, yeah. They've quite a selection of these and they come in half lengths. I've got to get some more, but they're really good for the money. If you're in Australia, Officeworks is the place to go. We sort of have this gantry, but we rarely use it, so probably we should. This is a bit of an enigma. I've got this 12-volt LED globe here, but it's not real bright at the moment. I don't know why. If you wiggle it around, it must have a loose wire somewhere. I'm really not sure where it is. I'm not really impressed with that. Not enough light there. I've got this light here, which is on the gantry, and that's good. But there's a problem with this, and I've got to sort that out. Put some stickers up this week. It's pretty cool. There's another one over there on the end of that box. Might as well play and plaster some stickers around. This nameplate manufacturing code plate come from Stan Zinkowski. Really pretty cool thing to have. It's got decimal equivalents on it. So I'll put that up too, but it's only got one hole for a pop rivet, so I'll just put a rivet in it. Hi, Aid. I hope that it's not too boring. There's nothing to talk about tonight, so I'm just giving you a tour. Clock from Malcolm Lincoln. Check out his channel. Make some cool things. Probably you won't be impressed with the spider web on it, but you're not supposed to notice that. There's a certificate up there on the wall, which no one really ever sees except me. One of... Thanks, Maddie. This certificate up here, pretty proud of this actually. There's not many of those around. Something that made a huge difference to my life, and I'm going to make a video about this again. And I've promised people a video about dealing with mental health problems and keeping focused on the workshop. There's things that I don't know if I'm an expert at, but we've all been there. So this is one of the things that it's really given me some focus here, and I really, really appreciate it. So big shout out to Keith Fenner for that. That's awesome. This lathe runs on a VFD over here. Sort of. It's a bit underpowered. I think we might put a bigger motor on it at some point. Anyway. So there's this thing. Tip Blitz 19 or Tips Blitz 19 tended to kind of use both hashtag. I'm not very good at this organizing thing. And it is something that John and I have organized. It's a shame. John and I have organised this, and it's kind of blown up a bit, which is really awesome. It's where we wanted to be, and there's a lot of creators got behind it, and some really big creators, and hopefully we'll get some really cool content on this. But come Saturday, what this is about, and I didn't explain it very well last week, and I got a couple of emails about it and messages saying, what's happening? So Tip Splits 19, you won't find anything online about it really yet, because this isn't happening till Saturday. He's ideas man there, John Creasy. You want to watch him. He's got some great ideas. One of the movers and shakers, actually. Anyway, and it was his idea. But there's nothing happening until Saturday the 15th at midnight London time, which is early Saturday morning in Australia, and it's Friday night in America. So keep an eye out, because our YouTube community is going to flood your subscription pages with these videos, which are only short tip videos. And there's going to be, I think at this point, a lot of them. So the idea behind this, Craig, on videos, how long is your average watch time? That's what we were using as a guide. If people watch your videos for 25 minutes, I don't think such a thing exists, but if they do, make it 25 minutes long. If people drop off after 2 minutes, there's not much point making them any longer. But the way the algorithm works, and here's someone will correct me on this, but the way the algorithm has been seen to work in the last little while for YouTube is that it works on session watch time or session time for viewing. So if you've watched something for 4 minutes and then you duck over and watch something else for 4 minutes, and you duck over and watch something else for 4 minutes, and then you take a link from there and duck over and watch something else for 10 minutes, and then you settle into, you know, Stefan's grinding videos, and you're there for another 3 weeks. That's much better than watching a 4 minute or 4 minutes of a half-hour video from me and then closing the computer. So lots of people only watch the first few minutes of a video, and people watch the first 2 minutes and then they watch 2 minutes further down and then they watch the end. That's kind of how it is, or they fast forward through the rest. People do this. The people who sit down and watch everything before they subscribe, that's kind of an exception. And long videos are great, but if we can get this session watch time up, that's where I'm at. And that's what we'd like to do with this. So check out these hashtags in the description for Tip Blitz 19 and Tip Splits 19. I think this is actually the official one, but either or. Click on them and see what you can find, because there should be, I'm thinking, about 40 or 50 videos going up from everyone you know and love on Saturday morning or Friday night or whatever. It's all good. A-Bomb messaged me and said, hey, look, I can't make short videos, so mine's a bit longer. And that's pretty cool. Nothing from this old Tony this week, so he's either decided it was in the too hard basket or he's got something really cool planned. I haven't decided yet, and I haven't seen anything from him since the 7th, which is 4 or 5 days ago. Got a message from Randy Richard in the shop this morning to say that his is up, locked and loaded. A message from Stefan last night, who's really not doing so well with the suspense of having a video there that no one's seen yet. But it'll be good for him and it builds character. A message from, who else? Quinn Dunkey over at Blondie Hacks saying hers is ready to go. James Kilroy, Ray Canelio, Ray's Garage, Do I Fabrication, I believe. Lots and lots of others. So we certainly, I got a message from Robin Renzetti saying that his is well underway. I got a message from Dale Derry saying that he was editing. So one from R. Stephen Lang. Hi, Scott. %40's pretty good, eh? Pretty good. Hi, Drew. Good to see you. So there should be a lot of channels. So flick through them, watch them for half hour, get people's session watch time up. You'll do them a much bigger favour than sitting there watching the ads or anything else. That's kind of the way YouTube works now, and it's very difficult to make any income off YouTube if you're just someone who makes half-hour videos and series videos and long videos. I'm probably that sort of person, but this should trigger things, and it should get some trending videos and get some new views into the community, and that's kind of what we were looking at. So I'm feeling all inspired about this and a little bit animated, but we'll see if it works. Maybe nothing will come of it. But one new person who sees this on their front page and goes and checks it out and buys a lathe, well, that's a good thing. One from Cam, that's great. Wayne, your videos are getting better. We're going to need to buy you a tripod next. That's the next big thing. Like to see the workshop shots. Like to see what you're doing in the workshop. Check out Poppy's workshop. The pumpkin thing's a little bit off-putting, but apart from that, we're doing really well. Cover off the keyboard, Maddie. That's awesome. So where are we? I'm at about 4,800 subscribers, which is kind of crazy big for me, what I was ever expecting. But still not very big compared to other channels. When we get to 5,000, I've got a giveaway planned. I've got some stuff that might be pretty cool that I'm gonna post out to people. Just little things that I've had made, and I think that's pretty exciting. So get me some subscriptions. Not that it probably makes a lot of difference, but people watching 3 minutes of your video and then moving on to the next one on the hashtag, that's probably really as good a thing as anything. Craig on stickers. Get stickers that fit in a standard envelope. Save yourself some angst and save everyone else some angst too. That was just an observation that we had recently. I had a big sticker, this one here, and it doesn't quite fit in a standard envelope. So that's probably there's a shout out for anyone buying stickers. Get one that fits in an envelope. Beer crate works, but use something because the shakes are a bit scary. What else is happening? I've been messing around doing some carbide like some brazed carbide tooling, making up some tool bits. And I was using the heat treat oven as sort of an experimental thing. I've sort of stopped doing that, but I'm not sure you'll get a video about it, but we might get something on live feed next week if we think about it. But I've been messing with that. I've had some chips and I was going to make a few little brazed carbide tools, but not had 100% success rate yet. There's a big box of stickers here going to John, and I think there's some in it. I just haven't posted them yet. It looks like he's still got plenty, but I've got quite a box from the bash, so I'm going to post them off. Might even post them off tomorrow. We'll see how we go with that. He's home all week, so maybe I could do that. Oxyacetylene or propane or pure propane, that's a really good idea. Oxyacetylene is probably the best and the cleanest, hottest flame, I think, maybe. I've been messing this week with the heat treat oven, which is the Hotshot 360. So I'm not really 100% sold on that because flux fumes in the oven and nichrome wire and stuff, I really don't think that's a good idea. But anyway. Hi, Max. Yeah, thanks for the stickers, Max. That's awesome. Yeah, good videos from Matty. Check him out. He's changing his channel name too, so that's pretty exciting. What's your new channel name, Matty? Oh, Matty's Workshop. We've already got it up there. That's great. Hi, Jim. You didn't get your sticker. Drew, send me a message. Facebook or anywhere else. It's in the mail. Absolutely. What else do you want? I really would appreciate that. Send me some details. I'll send you this one, and I'll send you the new one too if I find them. I'm not sure how many of these I've got, but I might have some there. Cole, that's awesome. What did you get? What sort of lathe? I'm not sure I saw that. Patty, you also need to send us a message or jump on my Patreon and support me there, and I'll send you one. That's where we're at. Now, yeah, yellow's map gas. I kind of like. I kind of like OxyMap. I think that's a really good system, but it's fairly expensive, and it's not as expensive as oxyacetylene. But lately, I've been using straight LPG, which I really like, and a Primus torch. And most of what I do just requires a whole lot of heat rather than a whole amount of temperature. So that's what I've been using. We're all over the place here tonight. Let's put this back down on the bench. I've been cleaning up and there's a few things I'm not sure I've ever showed on video. So let's have a look here. John's exactly right. Get some fire bricks or make a hearth, something like that. Make a decent hearth over in the corner and set your welding gear up underneath it, or your TIG or whatever. I think TIG might be the answer, and eventually I'll go that way. But make yourself a decent hearth so you can go over there, fire up, do the job, don't have to worry about moving stuff around and changing stuff on the bench and leaving your calipers on the bench while you're brazing and all that sort of stuff. So, and if you make videos, then get a decent place to put your camera over there as well. Just a pole sticking up that you can put like one of those bike mounts or a clip on with a flexible column or something like that. TIG is a handful of land. A handful to learn. I'm not particularly good at it. And I have tried a few times. It's something that you need to sit down and practice. But it might be fun at some point. I'm not going to rule that one out. Stan slipped me this parcel, not this last year, but a year before. Stan Sinkowski, this little bag. I'm not sure I ever showed anyone this. I haven't really given it a lot of use. I think I've used it once. But this is a little cylinder square. Hi, John. Good to see you. It's a little cylinder square that he's ground up. Hi, Aaron. G'day. Good to see you. And that's pretty specky, so I might have to get that out and use it again. What I'm going to do is put a sliding... The only place I've got to put a sliding drawer to put my surface plate on is under the milling machine, and that's not really ideal. So whether I put something else under the milling machine and make one of these drawers in this cabinet here, slide out for surface plate, I'm not sure. That might be a good option. Anyway, I need to set up my surface plate so I can just slide it in and out and use it, because at the moment it's in that box under there and it's a bit of an issue to get it out here on the front of the bench. Ick. Anyway, how are we going here? Gosh, we're over a half hour. But check this out on Saturday, wherever you are, Saturday or Friday night if you're in America. What time on your side of the country, Stephen? Take care, Cam. Give us an update on the health. Good to see a video from you. Gudgeon pin's probably a really good thing. I imagine that if Stan's picked that up somewhere and gone over it with the grinder, that it's not too shabby though. Way above spec for what I will ever use. Oh, awesome. Aaron, you should do a video on it. 7 p.m. 14th on the east coast of USA. Harold Hall had some awesome books, Craig. Not sure I've got that one or not. So midnight London time, or when you get up in the morning, there should be a heap of videos. Myford Boys promised. I couldn't get hold of Keith Appleton. Anyone else who wants to put one up and put these hashtags on it, just a 5-minute video and any sort of a workshop tip would be much, much appreciated. And about 9 a.m. or 7 a.m. or something Western Australia time, 9 a.m. here on the eastern side of Australia for everyone else. Should be some good watching on Saturday. So pretty excited about that. Mine's all ready to go. And we've seen there's a lot of others as well. So yeah, GMT plus 1 hour because London time is on daylight saving at the moment. So anytime within about an hour of then is probably plenty good enough, but it should be fun. And your subscription list should get a bit of a shake up. Anyway, I'm going to call this a night. Thanks everyone for tuning in, everyone for helping out, and everyone who's got behind this. It's awesome. Really, really appreciate it. And I'll be in touch with you, Matty. I need to be in touch with you too, Craig. And in touch with you, John Pettit. And probably you too, Patty. Who else was looking for a sticker? Drew Bradley. Send me a message or an email. That'd be awesome. And you should send me a message too, Aid, and I'll send you a sticker as well. If you haven't already got one. I think you won the photo of the week a little while back, and really well deserved. Anyway, I'm out. Take care. Be kind to each other. Can't wait till Saturday. Excited about that. I got work tomorrow. If you're looking for something to watch that's machining related, check out any of these creators in the live chat and click on their username and go to their channel page and check out their awesome videos. Just do it. Leave a comment and subscribe to them. Anyway, I'm out. So that's it. Thanks, guys.